What a night, what a night. Oh my goodness. That is how you do a go home show for AEW Double or Nothing. AEW Dynamite was tonight and it was an amazing show. That is how you do a go home show for one of the biggest pay per views of the entire year. MJF and Wardlow were phenomenal in their steel cage match segments. The Owen Hart Cup finals actually got some time tonight as Samoa Joe is now going to be taking on Adam Cole in the finals at Double or Nothing. And Toni Storm versus Britt Baker was a great match, but a head-scratching decision to say the least. We are going to be talking about all of this tonight on AEW Dynamite's post show right here on Outside the Brand. And also, we could have seen a Forbidden Door preview tonight on the show. Thank you guys so much for joining us right here on Outside the Brand. We will talk to you guys in just a little bit. This is the only place you need to be on your Wednesday nights. I'll talk to you guys in just a little bit. Stay tuned. What is going on, guys? Thank you so much for joining me right here on Outside the Brand. This is your AEW Dynamite post show for May 25th, 2022. I am your host, Phil, and of course, this is Outside the Brand. We had the go home show for AEW Dynamite's Double or Nothing pay per view event, and this was the third anniversary of AEW Dynamite. This was an amazing show. This was absolutely awesome. Tony Khan stacked the card tonight. It was a loaded show, and man, did he not disappoint. AEW listened, and we finally got some time for the Owen Hart Cup tournament semifinal matches. And man, I have to say, they absolutely killed it tonight. Wardlow was in a 2-on-1 situation inside that steel cage. I had concerns going into this, knowing how MJF and Wardlow were going to be looking heading into their AEW pay-per-view matchup against each other. 4 power bombs to Shawn Spears, and MJF and Wardlow walked out. You know what? They walked out pretty convincingly. And, I was worried about nothing. Tony Khan usually knows what he's doing, and I was just worried about how they were going to be looking heading into all of this, and everybody is looking absolutely phenomenal. This is a great thing that we're seeing from Wardlow right now. Wardlow is so over. It is so organic, and Tony Khan has found his organic babyface that he has been looking for over the past 3 years of AEW's existence. The man's absolutely phenomenal. And, if he is not a champion by, honestly, the end of 2023, Tony Khan is really doing a disservice when it comes to the work rate of Wardlow. And I honestly think Wardlow should be a world champion by the end of 2023. And it's not even close. This man is absolutely phenomenal, and it's just so organic. Tony Khan has found that organic babyface that he has been looking for, and it is going to be absolutely phenomenal to see his rise to an AEW world title down the line. Another thing that we saw tonight on AEW was the face-to-face confrontation between challenger CM Punk and the champion Hangman Adam Page. CM Punk is a master of the mic, as we all know, and Hangman Adam Page cut the best promo of his entire AEW career tonight on the show. And this was just absolutely awesome, to say the least. CM Punk and Hangman Adam Page, they will meet at Double or Nothing for the AEW World Championship. Hangman Adam Page has taken this tweener role and really has been killing it, to say the very least. Tweener Hangman Page needs to stick around more often. Be that badass and keep on going. When it comes to Hangman Adam Page being this tweener-like role, he is not going to allow CM Punk to take a shit in his backyard, per se. He said it tonight. Listen, I'm not going to be fighting just for the AEW World Championship. I'm going to be fighting for all of AEW to stop you. And that's exactly what it should be. Hangman Adam Page is a world champion for a reason. He does not need to be this scared babyface anymore. He needs to be a badass if you're going to be a cowboy in 2022. And this is going to be an absolutely awesome match to witness here on AEW Dynamite Double or Nothing, and I cannot wait to see where it goes from here. It needs to stick around, but I'm telling you guys right now, I still think CM Punk takes the title. I do. CM Punk is the moneymaker right now. CM Punk is the headline attraction with AEW. And with how hot AEW has been over the past couple of years, especially with the first 3 years of the company, well, I know CM Punk has not been here for all 3 years of AEW, but you look at how hot AEW right now, CM Punk is the spearhead of it, along with Adam Cole, Bryan Danielson, and many others. CM Punk is the forefront of that turning point when it comes to just how hot AEW has been over the past couple of months. Dynamite has been absolutely phenomenal, and you look at those men for that reason. CM Punk is confident that he is going to be walking out of Double or Nothing as the AEW World Champion. CM Punk is thinking that Hangman Adam Page is taking all of this personally. And you know what? You can see him taking it personally throughout the entire buildup of this matchup. And you can even see it with that punch to the face, which honestly looked very stiff. And it looked like a straight shoot from what we all witnessed here tonight. They have great chemistry going into this. And honestly, the attitudes that both men are possessing is phenomenal. CM Punk is confident, and I cannot wait to see how this dynamic goes between them when it comes to their match at Double or Nothing. Now, speaking of Double or Nothing, we have two Owen Hart Cup tournament finals that are going to be taking place on that show. One of them is already confirmed. It is going to be Adam Cole versus Samoa Joe. I thought it was going to be Kyle O'Reilly versus Adam Cole because Jay Lethal, I thought, was going to cost Samoa Joe this matchup. And now we can have Samoa Joe versus Jay Lethal at Double or Nothing. But that's not the case. That is not the case. Samoa Joe made Kyle O'Reilly pass out, and it'll be Samoa Joe versus Adam Cole at Double or Nothing. I was just genuinely shocked that we did not even see Jay Lethal at all during this match. And another thing I was genuinely shocked about was Britt Baker. I did not think Britt Baker was going to be winning this match against Toni Storm. I thought this entire tournament was built around Toni Storm and her chance to win, and that's not the case. Toni Storm lost this match tonight against Dr. Britt Baker D.M.D, and it's a head scratcher for me. I'm not mad at it. I think I love Britt Baker. You guys know that. But it really is a head scratcher to me knowing that I felt like this was Toni Storm's tournament to win. So I was genuinely shocked by that. And we will definitely be talking about all of this and much more right here on the AEW Dynamite post show for Outside the Brand. Thank you guys so much for joining us right here on your Wednesday nights, wherever you may be. You guys can follow me on social media. All the TikTok links are down in the description below. And you guys can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at PhillyMatt_. That is where you can find me on all social media platforms. Hit that subscribe button down below, as well as we are on the road to 500 subscribers. And turning on that bell for all notifications helps us and you so that you guys know when we are live. Also, hit that thumbs up button as well, and that is the easiest way to support OTB. It's very easy. All you gotta do is click that thumbs up button. It really helps the channel get out there and more people get to the recommended page, and that way we can grow this community together. Also, go ahead Outside the Brand's official merchandise store at bonfire.com, the exclusive home of Outside the Brand and its merchandise, and you guys can go rep OTB wherever you may go. So go check out that store today. All right, guys, let's get right into AEW Dynamite tonight for the post show right here on Outside the Brand, and you guys are not going to want to miss any of this post show, so stick right to it. So we started off with the steel cage match. Wardlow taking on Shawn Spears with special guest referee in MJF. MJF was giving everything, giving the kitchen sink to Wardlow, and Wardlow still was able to get the job done. Wardlow takes out Spears, throwing him into the steel cage. Spears rakes the eyes. Spears then climbs the cage, but Wardlow follows and throws him off. Wardlow then hits a senton, and then he covers MJF, but he covers Spears, but MJF does not count. MJF then shouts out Wardlow to hit him. Wardlow then gets a powerbomb, goes to hit a powerbomb on Spears, but MJF low blows Wardlow. MJF then hits a C4 on Wardlow, and MJF does do a fast count, but Wardlow was able to kick out at the count of 2. Spears then opens the door and walks out. You can't win this match by escaping through the door. You have to win by pinfall or submission. Very good on AEW to at least clarify that. Spears then grabs a steel chair from the outside of the ring. He was about to hit Wardlow, and he moved out of the way. So Wardlow was being restrained by MJF, but hard way. Spears hits MJF with the steel chair right to the dome. This was not a gimmick steel chair. This was a legit hard way hit from a steel chair to MJF's head. And "You fucked up" chants were roaring throughout Las Vegas. Wardlow then rises from the ashes and hits Spears with a powerbomb, then another one, and then a third. Another referee then runs down. It's Rick Knox, and Wardlow hits another powerbomb on the steel chair, and Wardlow covers for the win. Wardlow then goes to powerbomb MJF, but security then run down to stop him. Wardlow then fights off the entire security team, and he powerbombs one of them into the steel cage. Wardlow then climbs the steel cage and points at a scared-looking MJF who is on the stage. This is absolutely phenomenal, and you guys know at the end of the day, I do believe Wardlow does take this matchup. I know Wardlow has been having the entirety of this feud pretty much be about him and how he has gotten the one-up on MJF the majority of the time. But Wardlow can't lose this, because if he does, he is no longer a part of AEW. So why would that even be the case? Wardlow is going to win this match, and I think it's going to be absolutely great, because at the end of the day, I do believe that MJF is going to be beating CM Punk for the world title at some point down the line. So I think MJF is going to be fine here, and Wardlow is still going to be here in AEW. So I'm not going to be worried about that whatsoever. We then come back from commercial break as the Jericho Appreciation Society are walking backstage. They bully a backstage hand wearing a Moxie t-shirt, and Jericho throws a fireball at his face. It is now time to have the CM Punk and Hangman Adam Page face to face. CM Punk says that it's the biggest moment of his career, happened here in Las Vegas. He loves all of the fans across the world, and he plans to walk out of Double or Nothing as the AEW World Champion. Page then says that there is nothing Punk can do to take this championship away from him. Punk says that Page is the toughest SOB on the roster. This is just business. It is not personal. He doesn't know why he's taking this so personally. Page says that he is going to destroy him, annihilate him, embarrass him. But at Double or Nothing right now, he imagines sitting on the stage and lighting a pipe bomb on Punk's face. CM Punk chants are roaring throughout Vegas. Now that we are here, he can't do it. Not because he's afraid, not because he is afraid of CM Punk, to say the least. Page says that he doesn't hate CM Punk. He pities him. He has no respect for what Punk has done since he's gotten here to AEW. Punk doesn't know what it's like to be a champion anymore since he left. The small moments make a champion. Punk then talks about workers' rights, but he does the opposite every single week. Page says that he will defend AEW from CM Punk. and cowboy shit chants roar throughout Vegas. Punk then says that it doesn't know why Page is so angry here. If Page is so upset that Punk is here, he is going to have to do something about it this Sunday at Double or Nothing. The road Page travels was paved by CM Punk. The world Page traveled was created. And the world Page traveled to create AEW was because of CM Punk, because he gave the blueprint for it. Page will shake Punk's hand right now. He says, "You're not only going to shake my hand at Double or Nothing, you're going to shake my hand right now." And he extends his hand. Punk smiles. Page has just walked into Punk's trap. Page leaves, looking furious after he sucker punched him right in the mouth. CM Punk checks his jaw and everything, checks his teeth. It looked like a straight shoot right to the face. It looked like Page was legitimately pissed off here, and he just wailed him. He just absolutely wailed him, and it was absolutely phenomenal. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I don't know if that was part of it or not. If it wasn't, that makes this so much more special. If it was, great on both of them to make it look like it was not part of the story. Because, man, that was phenomenal. That was absolutely awesome to see Hangman Adam Page do that. This tweener role that Hangman Adam Page has taken upon himself to be has been great. Keep doing that, Hangman. I've loved this since you started doing this. You are a world champion. There's no need to be this scared babyface anymore. You're a badass. Be that. Be that. This is absolutely awesome. So I commend Hangman Adam Page for doing it in this way. So we had a video package for Jade Cargill and Anna Jay's match heading into Double or Nothing. It's going to be a good match for the TBS title. I can't wait to see that. Then we had Jon Moxley and Eddie Kingston versus Private Party. Pretty good match right here. I was getting my food at this time though, so I didn't really get to see most of it, but I did see from the picture-in-picture break, so I'll read from that right now. Moxley gets a headlock and Cassidy hits an enziguri. Quinn then hits a crossbody, taking out Kingston, and Cassidy hits a big drop kick on Moxley. Then Private Party with a dive to the outside. Kingston then Cassidy then hits a stunner. Quinn then hits a shooting star press, cover for a 2 count. Beautiful. Moxley then catches a silly string, and Moxley and Kingston hit hammering elbows to both Private Party members. Then Moxley hits a paradigm shift for the win. The Jericho Appreciation Society, who are on commentary during this match, they run down to attack Moxley and Kingston. Santana, Ortiz, and Bryan Danielson run down for the save of Moxley and Kingston. Referees run down to break up the brawl. Danielson and Jericho are in the ring brawling at this time. Jericho takes out Danielson's injured knee, and the brawl finally breaks up and is done and over with. We then have video packages for both Owen Hart Cup tournament semifinal matches tonight, and then we got into the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championship match between FTR, who are the champions, taking on Roppongi Vice's Trent Beretta and Rocky Romero. Great matchup here for the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships, my bad. But it ended up being a disqualification finish, which we rarely see from AEW. Cash with a backdrop. Trent then tags in. Blocks a tag from Dax, but Cash leaps into the tag. Dax then runs wild with strikes to both men. Uppercuts in the corner, big rights to Romero. Trent then whips Dax hard into the corner. Trent then hits some German suplexes. Dax then reverses into his own Germans, and Romero attacks Dax's injured ribs. Dax then with an atomic drop. Roppongi Vice hits double knees, and the double team drop kick cover for a 2 count. Cash then sweeps the boot of Rocky Romero, and Dax hits an inside cradle. Trent then hits a victory roll, but Vice his strong zero covers, and Cash was able to break it up. Jeff Cobb, that's right, Jeff Cobb and Giant O'Khan charged to the ring, and they beat down both men. They beat down both men, ending this in a no contest. And man, we rarely see this type of thing in AEW, but man, I'm telling you right now, New Japan's United Empire showed up on AEW Dynamite tonight. And man, this is setting up for Forbidden Door. I'm telling you. The United Empire are going after the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championships against FTR, and man, I think we're already seeing some build-up for the Forbidden Door pay-per-view in Chicago. Having the United Empire versus FTR, I like that. I really do. I love Jeff Cobb. I think Jeff Cobb is phenomenal at what he does. I've been following Jeff Cobb for the majority of his career. I don't know much about this O'Khan guy, but he is looking phenomenal. He looks great. I might have to check out some of O'Khan's stuff, but man, I love FTR. I love Jeff Cobb. I think this is going to be great. And at the end of the day, if we have like this as a little bit of a teaser for Forbidden Door, that's going to be phenomenal. I cannot wait for Forbidden Door, and that right there really intrigues me. So I'm going to be very happy when that is said and done, if that is going to be a match for Forbidden Door. So the Hardys are backstage. Matt goes through the similarities between the Young Bucks and the Hardy Boys. The Bucks could have never survived the business during the Hardy Boys days. The Bucks are just Hardy cosplays. Jeff says that they aren't in their primes, but they are in overprime. AEW is their new beginning, and this will be their best run. The Bucks are just stepping stones to becoming AEW Tag Team Champions one day. The Bucks will never be better than them, and the Bucks may be the elite, but they are the delete. The Bucks can never beat their heroes. It's now time for the triple threat match between Jungle Boy, Ricky Starks, and Swerve Strickland. This is a great match. Whoever wins this gets momentum heading into their triple threat tag team match at Double or Nothing. It's going to be an absolutely great match for the AEW Tag Team Championships. I'm going to go right from the picture-in-picture break. So Starks drops Jungle Boy on the ropes. Swerve then hits a running knee. Jungle Boy then hits a Hurricane Rana off the apron to the floor onto Swerve. Starks then breaks up a Jungle Boy cover. Jungle Boy then hits a Samoan drop cover for a 2 count. Swerve then whips Jungle Boy hard into the corner. All three men climb the top turnbuckle. Swerve then throws Starks to the outside. Jungle Boy then hits a Poison Rana off the top rope, but Swerve lands on his feet. Phenomenal spot. Oh my god, I got something in my eye. There we go. I think we're good. Yeah. Phenomenal spot. I think that was absolutely phenomenal. And the way that these two really got each other going throughout this match was great. So he lands on his feet. I still got it in my eye. Yeah. Okay, I think we're good. Swerve then with a super kick to Starks. Suplex to Jungle Boy, but Starks hits a spear. Starks then with the Michinoku driver cover for a 2 count as Swerve breaks up the pin. Swerve then hits an uppercut, and Starks with a thumb to the eye. Starks then hits a Rochambeau, and Jungle Boy locks in a snare trap. Starks then gets to the ropes, but Jungle Boy pulls him in and hits a modified version of the snare trap. He locks that in. Swerve then with a kick to break up the hold. Swerve then hits a Swerve stomp onto Starks, and that is it. 1, 2, 3. Swerve Strickland gets the momentum for his team heading into Double or Nothing. This is going to be a great match for the AEW Tag Team Championships. I do think we do have new Tag Team Champions here, mainly because of Christian, and I think Christian might turn heel on Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy when it is all said and done. Powerhouse Hobbs then runs down to attack Swerve and Jungle Boy. Luchasaurus then runs down to help Jungle Boy. Keith Lee's music hits, and he is running down to help out his tag team partner in Swerve Strickland. Luchasaurus and Hobbs stare back at each other down in the ring. Luchasaurus then hits a tail whip to Hobbs. Lee is left alone in the ring. He hits a spinning senton to the outside. The fuck is Hangman? The fuck is Keith Lee doing? He is absolutely great at what he does. Lee celebrates with Swerve to end that segment. Lambert, Sky, and Ethan Page are backstage. Lambert says that American Top Team has won almost every single belt in the entire world, and on Friday, Sky will be presented with a custom-made TNT championship, and I cannot wait to see that. I think that's going to be absolutely great for him, and I can't believe why something else is in my eye now. I think it's just me being tired, honestly. Oh my god. Okay. All right. I'm going to try not to think about it. My god. So, he's getting a custom-made TNT championship, and I think that's great. I think Sky needs something like this, and with Sky having this championship reign for the TNT title, he needs to hold his championship more, and I think having a custom-made championship will make that even more special. So I think this is going to be great for him, and I can't wait to see what this custom title is going to be looking like for the TNT championship. Toni Storm is then introducing Tony Schiavone is introducing Thunder Rosa. Rosa says in a very passionate promo, she says that she wants everybody to see her face. This is a real face. This is a real face of a champion. The face that who has earned everything that she has ever gotten, and she is grateful to being the women's champion. Deeb is not a champion. She complains. She blames her past, and she should look into the mirror, and as she should blame herself. She used to look up to Deeb, but not anymore. On Sunday, the war paint comes on, and she will teach her some respect. It was a good promo. But the thing is, when it comes to this, and I have seen a ton of complaints when it comes to Thunder Rosa as AEW World Women's World Champion, and I see your complaints, and I do, and I think they're honestly kind of very warranted. AEW has not really done very well when it comes to Thunder Rosa's championship reign so far, and it's not even really to the fault of Thunder Rosa. I think Thunder Rosa is absolutely phenomenal. I've loved her since she's even come here to AEW. It all started with Nyla Rose, and that was not the best first opponent for her. And I think Serena Deeb is phenomenal, and she deserves this. I thought Serena Deeb was a lock for the Owen Hart Cup, but she was never in that tournament. It's going to be a great match, but with the promos that these two have been going on for over the past couple of weeks, is it enough for fans to get invested in a match between Serena Deeb and Thunder Rosa? I hope so. Because this match is going to be great. I think both of these women have what it takes in order to give us a great match for the AEW Women's World Championship. A match caliber for the AEW World Championship. Women's World Championship, I should say. It's just I know a lot of people are not really interested in this feud, and I understand why. But you guys gotta keep it an open. You guys gotta keep an open mind when it comes to this match. Yeah, sure. The AEW Women's Championship division is not really looking all the best right now. But you got a great champion in Thunder Rosa. You got a great challenger in Serena Deeb. You gotta give some faith when it comes to this match. And you gotta think, after this, it's only up for Thunder Rosa from here. I think Thunder Rosa retains at Double or Nothing, and I think when it is all said and done, hopefully Tony Khan will see that he needs to be looking at the AEW Women's World Championship as something more than just a prop. And it's not just a prop. I'm not saying that. It's just he needs to take this a little bit more seriously. And I hope he does. And I hope he does. And I hope he listens to this. And I hope he sees that we all want the AEW Women's Division to thrive. It's just right now it's not looking the best. And it's not their fault. It's not the women's fault. It's the booking. And he needs to figure something out. The fact that I saw this on I saw this on like TikTok or maybe just a statistic online. The AEW Women's World Champion should not only be getting like 20 some odd to 30 minutes on AEW since her win in Texas. That should not be the case, Tony. I mean, come on now. We all know that she is phenomenal. So stop giving her just promos to do and get her in the ring. We'd love to see Thunder Rosa in the ring. Just mixing it up with people. Getting in there in the ring with people of her caliber is going to be giving the fans more of what we want. And what we want more is women's wrestling on AEW. It's not that hard to figure out. And we love Thunder Rosa, and I think Thunder Rosa is a great champion, and I think she's going to be holding on to this championship for a long time. It's just we need better booking for the division. Plus, we need a better division. We need to sign some people. Oh, no. A lot of people are going to be thinking that we don't need to sign people. But when it comes to the women's division, we need that one special person. That one special person to get this division over the top. And hopefully we'll find that person soon. Hopefully we will. I love Candice LeRae. I think she can do great things for the division. Ember Moon, Athena, she can do wonders for this division. I know a ton of people are probably going to get pissed off at me, but Mercedes. Her contract is coming up within like the next few months. If she does not choose to resign, you know Tony Khan is going to be calling. I don't know what happens with Naomi. I'm not here to talk about that shit. But that would be phenomenal. Something needs to be done for the women's division here in AEW. And all I'm saying is better booking. Would we like to see some signings here and there for the women's division? Of course. But better booking is where it's at. Let's get that going first, and then we'll talk about some new signings for the AEW Women's Division. Speaking of the Women's Division, it continues as the Owen Hart Cup Women's Tournament Semifinals matchup continues as Toni Storm takes on Dr. Britt Baker D.M.D. Good match for what it was. Coming up from picture-in-picture, Storm hits some forearms. Baker then hits a thrust kick. Storm then blocks a Britsburg Sunrise and hits a swinging DDT. Storm then with a corner hip attack looked very stiff for some reason. I don't know if it was just her speed, but man, it was it hit hard. She hit an Alabama Slam. It was very sloppy, but I kind of excused that with how long this match was going for. Baker then hit an air raid crash cover for a 2 count. Hayter then runs down, and Jamie Hayter runs down, and Storm tries to stop her. Baker then hits a twisting neck breaker for a 2 count. Storm then hits a German, and Baker rolls out of the ring. Storm then hits a tornado DDT to the outside. Looks very cool. It really did. Hayter then gets onto the apron. Storm then hits her with a forearm, but Baker then hits a roll-up and holds onto the ropes for the win. Britt Baker moves on into the finals of this tournament, and she'll either face Kris Statlander or Ruby Soho in the finals at Double or Nothing. This is a very head-scratching moment for me because I thought this was Toni Storm's match, and I thought this was Toni Storm's tournament to win. I love Britt, but this is a bad move. I don't think Britt Baker really needed this win here. This was all for Toni, and you had Toni Storm lose this. This was not the right move for her, I think. You know, I love Britt. I think Britt is phenomenal. I think Britt has done absolutely amazing things since being here in AEW. But she did not need this one tonight. I think Britt Baker, I understand that Britt Baker is Tony Khan's girl. And I think we all know that Britt Baker is pretty much the person that we think of when it comes to the AEW Women's Division because of what she has done for this division as a world champion and beyond. But and I've seen this comparison go around on social media. Not really much on TikTok, but I've seen this on other platforms. People are thinking that Britt Baker is the Charlotte Flair of AEW. You know, being the golden girl of AEW, getting what she wants, you know, getting her name out there the most, all that kind of stuff. And it honestly seems blasphemous to even mention those two in the same sentence, considering how much everybody usually does hate Charlotte Flair, except for some of the actual fans of Charlotte. I think Britt is great, but should I say that she is on the level of Charlotte when it comes to just her being pushed as the way she is? I wouldn't say that, mainly because of the fact that I don't know. I just think that's a little bit too much of a reach. But I definitely I've seen that comparison, and I didn't want to bring that up to you guys. See what you guys thought. Obviously, it's not really it's not the best comparison to go by, but I've definitely seen that comparison go around. I love Britt. I think she's been great, and I think she's really she's not the best in the world when it comes to being inside the ring, but she has improved, and she has improved tremendously when it comes to mic and in the ring. But comparing her to Charlotte, I don't know about that. I really don't. I just seen that going around, and I kind of wanted to just bring that to the table and see what you guys think. But not a bad match whatsoever. Britt Baker does move on to Double or Nothing, and she will most likely be facing Ruby Soho in the finals of the tournament. I do not think Kris Statlander picks up the win. Kris Statlander was pretty much just she was a filler because Hikaru Shida was not able to be in the tournament. So I think Kris Statlander is going to lose in her semifinal match on Friday. And Ruby Soho will be facing Britt Baker at Double or Nothing. Who wins at Double or Nothing? I honestly have no idea now. I really don't. That's going to be a tough one to call, but we will do all of that when it comes to Double or Nothing predictions on Saturday. So stay tuned for that. And then we had the Owen Hart Cup men's tournament semifinals between Samoa Joe and Kyle Oreilly. Winner goes on to face Adam Cole at Double or Nothing. We'll go from the picture-in-picture break. And this is the main event of the show. So I hope you guys have enjoyed what you guys have listened to tonight on the AEW Dynamite post show on Outside the Brand. Oreilly with forearms, kicks, and Joe sweeps away. Joe then hits some jabs, an atomic drop, a running boot, and a senton combo for a 2 count. Joe then with high knees and a big lariat cover for a 2 count. Strikes back and forth. Joe then gets the upper hand, and Joe sets up a muscle buster, but Oreilly escapes into a Fujiwara armbar. Joe then drags himself to the ropes. Oreilly then rips off Joe's elbow tape, and he stiff kicks his arm in the corner. Joe then hits some jabs and chops, but Oreilly hits a big boot and an enziguri. Oreilly then with a penalty kick to the arm. Both men are down. Oreilly then hits a reverses. Oreilly hits a reverse STO. Joe then hits a rear naked choke. Oreilly then wrenches Joe's wrist to try to break up the rear naked choke, but Oreilly fades away and he passes out, and Joe picks up the win. As Joe celebrates, Adam Cole's music hits, and he walks out onto the stage. Cole and Joe stare down at each other. Cole does the Adam Cole baby as the show goes off the air. This is a great thing for Samoa Joe and Adam Cole. I think they're going to have a phenomenal match at AEW Double or Nothing. I thought Joe was going to lose this match because I thought it was going to set up Joe versus Jay Lethal at Double or Nothing because Jay Lethal, Sanjay Dutt, and Satnam Singh were going to cost Samoa Joe the matchup. We didn't even get that. We saw nothing of Jay Lethal, Sanjay, and Satnam tonight. We could be seeing that at Grand Slam. We could be seeing that at Forbidden Door. We don't know. This is going to be great. And I can't wait to see what happens, who wins the Owen Hart Cup men's tournament finals between Samoa Joe and Adam Cole. I think it's Adam Cole's thing to win. I still have Adam Cole winning. I've always had Adam Cole winning. But Samoa Joe, man. Samoa Joe. I wouldn't be mad at Samoa Joe either. It's going to be a great match. And at the end of the day, I do believe that this is going to be a great pay-per-view. We are going to be doing the predictions on Saturday. We are going to be doing the review on Sunday night. And it is going to be a great pay-per-view. And you guys are not going to want to miss that. You guys are not going to want to miss the rest of AEW's year in 2022. This is going to be a great year for AEW. And this was the 3rd year anniversary show. Not only was this the 3rd year anniversary show, but this was the go-home show for Double or Nothing. Double or Nothing is this Sunday, and I cannot wait for everything that is going to be going down on Sunday night. Thank you guys so much for joining us right here on Outside the Brand. You guys were absolutely awesome tonight. I hope you guys continue to support OTB in any way that you can. Hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that thumbs up button. Turn on the bell for all notifications. Go check out the OTB merchandise store at bonfire.com. A new shirt actually just went up. It's the new OTB logo. The new OTB logo that looks like this is on the top right. It's on the top right portion of your screen. If you want to see a bigger version of it, it is right here. That logo is on a t-shirt for you guys to go check out on bonfire.com, the exclusive home of Outside the Brand and its merchandise. So go check that out. Go check it out. It's on the merchandise store right now, and we will be getting more designs up there as the week progresses. You guys are not going to want to miss out anything on bonfire.com. Thank you guys so much for joining us right here on Outside the Brand. We'll see you guys on Friday for the AEW Dynamite. Oh, no. This is the AEW Dynamite Post Show. We'll see you guys for Friday Night SmackDown and AEW Rampage on Outside the Brand. I'm Phil and Matt. I'll talk to you guys very soon. Have a good night, guys. Follow me on social media. Everybody else down below as well for TikTok. And I'll talk to you guys very soon. Have a good night. Peace. We the ones.